Hi, and welcome to SoShe Designs. I am Shelly, and I am here to show you my spring floral mandala. I hope you guys enjoy this design. I do want to fully disclose, this is not, I repeat, not an easy beginner design. These letters are really small and delicate. They're just 2 layers, so you just simply glue them together. And of course, the baby one's even smaller. It's the baby. So that's that. And those just get placed on a white background. You don't have to do the white background. You can leave the white off. So let me show you how I suggest that you assemble this. Because like I said, it's not easy. You have to line everything up precisely. What I did, I'm going to take the top 2 layers and set those aside. And then I will show you the next 2 layers. The next 2 layers match up perfectly. And then there's the bottom layer. I'll set that one aside. So for these, I'm just going to take the glue, and I am trying the Barely Art glue. So for this, all I do, because you want to keep these lined up, is I kind of just leave it where it is. I apply a little glue on the back side, like this. Really doesn't take much. And then I just line up that one piece to the bottom layer. I'm also looking to make sure that the edges here are also lined up. But I know if I get that one piece lined up, all the rest of these will line up also. So that looks pretty good. Once you do your first piece, you can always turn it over and flip it, take a look, and put it back. But now that we've done that, we're good to go. See, we're all attached. And then from there, I just spin around, lift up that layer again, because you don't have to have glue on everything. You just need it to hold together a little bit. So I'll just kind of flip it over this way so you can see what I'm doing. So I just put a little bit of glue here, not much, maybe a little bit here, wherever you feel is necessary. At this point, you could probably do 2 at a time. Just can always go back and add glue to the edges if you like later. But that is it. Simply glue it like that, flip it back over, make sure it lines up, give it a little press to adhere it, and you're good. So I will continue doing that for the rest of it. Again, I just gently fold it up, give it a little glue, and I think 2 at a time was probably good. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece also. All right. I love spring. I don't know about you guys, but everything's awake and all the flowers are coming out, and it's just a great time of year. So when you get down to the end, just be gentle. Whoops, so you don't want your layers to tear. So I'm just barely holding it open, getting a little glue where I can, and placing it back down. And there we go. So that piece is all done. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and set that one aside. I'm going to grab the top 2 layers that we had. And this is where it's a little more difficult, because this just sets right on top perfectly. So you can't be off, or you can tell. So that looks good from here. So once you get it lined up, like I said, if you go, let me just show you, I'll twist it once and you'll see how it won't line up. So see, I've got this flower lined up right here on my left, but this one doesn't line up at all. And you can see how far off the rest of them are. So you just have to make sure that you have them lined up perfectly. So again, that's kind of why that gluing one piece at a time really helps. So once you've got that done, I push this up so you can see it. I'm going to do exactly what I did before. I don't want to pick it up because it is really a pain in the butt to figure out where it goes. I made this design and I have struggled with putting it together. So don't feel bad if you have some issues. Like I said, if you just line it up, figure it all out before you glue it, it will make your job a lot easier because it is going to move on you. So I'm just going to line these up. I'm looking over here now because I put the glue here, and those look good. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little tap, and then I'm just going to spin it around and pull it back again, just gently. You don't want to pull up the glue that you just put down. Just put a little dab here and there. And then just make sure that one lines up okay. And there we go. That seems to be good. And again, we'll just give it a little spin. So if you just spin and go, take your time, it will come together and it'll look really nice once it does. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Well, I am repeating myself, but patience is a big thing with this project. So if you don't have patience and you don't like the little fine detailed stuff, you might want to skip over this project. We're going to just line it up again because I don't know if you could see, if you pull it off, you could see the green and the white and they're not lined up. So just make sure you line those up. So now I can't see the white underneath it anymore. I'm going to just press that down. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this design for you guys. But sometimes I forget about the little delicate pieces, and I like delicate, but it's not for everyone. So I liked it. I wanted to share it with you guys. I figured this would be the good time for me to do my first video since it's not so easy to put together. I will continue to do more videos as I make more projects. This is just literally, like I said, this is my first video. So welcome. I'm glad that you decided to take a look. Hopefully attempt to try this project. I know some of you have done these before, so it won't be that hard, but for others it will present some challenges. But like I always say, it's just cardstock, so give it a try. The first 2 layers don't come out. You can always cut out a couple more layers and try again. I did the 8.5 by 11. Well, the design's 8 by 8, but I used the 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and it cut out really nice. I didn't have any problems. So there's just those couple pieces where it sticks to the mat, which is usually just because your mat's a little bit dirty in those areas, so the cardstock doesn't adhere. So once I popped those couple little pieces out, I was good to go. See, so the last one, I really want to do both at the same time because you don't want to pull up one last layer. It'll probably tear, so make sure you do the last 2 together. Just get them lined up like that. Give them a tap, and there you go. You've got the 2 layers all nice and lined up in there. See, and I didn't make the circles symmetrical. Everybody's off because it's just a flower. Try to live out of the box. All the flowers are not the same, right? Anyway, let's see. Now we'll put these 2 layers together. And again, see, you really have to watch and line them up. This looks like it goes, but it doesn't. If you look over here, there's a lot of space over here, and the holes aren't lined up throughout the image. So pick it up and give it a twist. That looks really good right there. So see, we were just off 1. So everybody's lined up. You could see the blue and the purple and the green and everything looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these together just like the last set. If you'd like, you could put the foam in between it, but the colors were so light with the spring that I just felt this was better with glue. Besides, it's such an intricate cut, it's just easier to glue this one. So let's get this one down really quick. Do a couple little patterns at once here. Again, just take your time and check it out. Also, if you want, once you put the first one down, flip it over. Take a look at the back and see if it looks like you could see any of the white. And it doesn't. It looks pretty good. So, and if you're not sure where you left off, just pull your layers apart. There you go. So, put that back down and continue gluing. So this project's really pretty easy to do. It doesn't take very long. It's the cutting, of course, that takes the longest. And I'll just hang this with a little ribbon and attach it to the back of my door, so I'm not really worried about stability and making sure that there's glue everywhere, because nothing's really going to be bothering it. I mean, the door will open and close, but that won't affect anything. So that's why I don't worry about touching all the petals. So, there we go. Just keep an eye on it as you go. Not that at this point there would be anything we could do about it, right? It's already glued together. Kind of committed. Let's see. And there's only the two left, so I'm going to keep that one up while I pull this one back and add some glue on the bottom of this one. Make sure I get it at an angle where you can see what I'm doing. That's good. Maybe one more right there. All right. See? Easy peasy. 4 layers all put together super fast. Now we just have to line up this part, which, see, if you guys are anything like me, as soon as I touch it, it is never in the same order. I feel like I always leave it in the same order, but when I go to pick it up, it is not. You can see again, there's a lot of space here, not so much space over here. There's like none over here. So we know this is not lined up. So just keep turning. Just keep turning, just keep turning. All right, you guys will find I am a little dorky, but hey, that is who I am. There we go. That looks good. That looks really good like that. All right, so I'm gonna pull this towards me a little bit. So you can see right here, there's a gap. And all you have to do to fix those gaps, I'm gonna go ahead and let go of the green one again, is just take a little glue, pull it apart a little bit, and you can just put a little glue where you want it stuck down. That's it. So I used to think I had to have glue everywhere and fight it, but you really don't. See, I picked it up and moved it again. So now we have to go backwards. I'm gonna go backwards. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on my glue so that I do not lose it, because I know me, I'll lose it. So, and for this layer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the foam squares. So this time I'm gonna make sure I leave it kind of straight up right there. Take this one and turn it upside down like that. I know you can only see half, but the screen's not big enough to show you all of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out my foam squares. And in case anybody wants to know which ones I got on Amazon, of course, right? We all get it from Amazon. Here is what the barcode is. Doop. I love this one. 9,600 pieces. Yes, 9,600 pieces. I like it because I like to do intricate things. And as you can see, let me put my finger there so you have clarification. That's how small the dots are. They're really, really small. This is like one sheet. It lasts forever. So I love these. So I'm just going to quickly add a couple of these on here. Let me stoop. I just poke my little tool in, grab one, stick it. Poke, pull, place one on there. You know, when you do things live, it doesn't always go accordingly. So that's it. I'm probably will pause and fast forward this so you don't have to watch me do all these dots or get it off the back of my tool here. That one doesn't want to come up. I will just skip it. You don't need too many. This isn't that heavy. So it's not gonna pull down really easy. So then again, for 9,600 dots, you could probably go crazy with it. If you feel better with more dots, go for it. And again, you don't have to use this small of a dot. I just have them on hand because I like the small intricate designs. So if I had bigger dots, it would definitely go faster. I tend to think about that when I am almost done with my design. So like I said, they're small. These are really inexpensive. So I don't know if you can tell right here, there's a piece missing, and that is because I cut this up into chunks and I use every little piece of it. No waste. Definitely don't want to waste. I don't know where to put that one, so we're just going to go there. All right. So that is it. That was super fast. Put this over here. Put this back. I'm going to make sure I'm lined up since I did move it one more time before I take the backing off, and it looks good. So again, I'll just pull that up there, flip her over, and just, these come off really easy with your fingernail. Please excuse my fingernails. I've been doing a lot of gardening. But yeah, they just peel right off. That one doesn't have any on there. Oh. See, as soon as I said it would peel right off, it didn't. So, I do have a request, as this is literally my first video. I would love feedback, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me know what you think, what you would like to see more of, what you need help with, and I will see what I can do to get some videos out there. They're not going to be coming too quickly because I have a few other things I'm working on in addition to this right now. So be patient, and I will get the things that you are looking for out to you. So, and I love creating the designs. Sometimes I get a little carried away in my designs and forget about how small they are. But I'm going to work on making some bigger, easier ones for you all to get started and learn with. And if your dot's not sticking, just give it a little push before you pull off the backing. That is it. I think we are to the last section here. Yep, sticky, sticky. So, I'll push all those little dots away. We're just going to grab this, flip her straight over. So we know it's lined up, right? And then, just see, I even moved it again. Just line it up. Sorry if my head gets in there, but I do want to get above my design and make sure it looks all centered. So there we go. Looks good. So there we go. So that'll give it a little dimension. I know it's not a whole lot of layers in this one, but I thought it would be plenty. Let's see. See? Moved it. Doesn't line up. Totally doesn't line up. So we'll just spin her around. That, I think, was it. So one spin. Yay! So can either raise that one. I don't know that it'll really. Let's see. It might add a little something. Let's do it. Let's put the foam tape on this one. I didn't on the other one, so let's give this one a try. This is where it would be good to use the big layered pieces. Let me grab my scissors. I can't get to the ones I really want to use, but these will work. So I'm just going to cut off a couple strips here really quick. And I'm off camera, so you can't even see me cutting strips. So, you know, like I said, this is a big one, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Boom. This is really what I love about these, is I can use the dots in the little projects and then cut the sheets and make other sizes that I need, that I don't have to worry about these little ones. I don't know why I took that one off. So we'll raise this up and we'll add the words. I think I have too many. It's okay. I'll just take that one off. All right. I know. Easy peasy. I know when I started doing these, I was all worried and all freaked out, and I had a hard time getting the pieces together, but as with anything, practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So that still lines up. Take the backs off here. I can definitely get one knocked out a lot faster than when I first started. I know it's not about speed, but when you make a lot of them, sometimes it is. All right, that one's sticky. So again, we're just gonna pull this over here a little bit, get it lined up, and as you can see, I moved it again. But this one lines up big. Ah! Just gently pull it back off. I know. I'm gonna get the top of my head now. I don't think I did line. I think I moved this one again. See? We're all human. We all do the same things. It truly is how we learn. And here we go. That's better. We got it. Okay. Now for these fun guys, I'm just gonna place them wherever you think looks good. And I think I kind of like that. Looks cute. So let me flip this over. Add some foam dots to the back of this one. I do like the extra dimension, and this is where you'll see that the little dots come in handy. And you can always glue it. That's what I did on this one, the first one that I did. I just glued it directly on there. It was just a lot easier to do it that way. And I wanted to show you, you know, the looks of layering one layer with the other. I really liked the two colors better than the one. Let me slide this over. You can see both. I think with the 2 layers, it just makes it pop a little bit more. Put this one here. So this one you're going to definitely use more dots on because you don't want it to sag in any spots. So the other thing to do before you attach it is to just give it a little test. Flip it over, and I just kind of touch it and see if it feels like it's going to hang over somewhere, you know, sag somewhere. And this looks like it's okay. It might right there on the end, so I'll go ahead and add one just in case if it'll fit. And it looks like it fit. Flip it back over and give it a peek. Yep, it fit right on there. So there we go. Put that on there like that. Maybe even leave the, maybe I'll just raise the bloom, both of the blooms, and leave the baby flat. Let's see what that looks like. Can't believe I'm doing my first video. You guys are all a part of it. Thank you for watching. And thank you for sharing. I think that's where I got lost a little bit ago, was asking for feedback. Let me know, really. I'm here to help you guys learn. So in order for me to do that, I need to know what it is you want to know. Where are the areas that you struggle? Where do you need help with? Is it lining up the layers? Maybe choosing the color? Maybe it's just finding the right designs that you like. There we go. Let's do that. I'm gonna take this off. One, I'm going to have to remember to stay on screen. It's easy to forget that there's a little camera above me recording everything that I'm doing so you could see it. So, like I said, these literally come off really easy. I'm just scraping them off. They come off really easy if you adhere it to your paper really well. All right. So I'm going to try not to overthink it. I'm just going to attach it. There we go. Boom. My bloom is boom. That made no sense. My bloom is, I don't know. Attached. Wow, that's bad, huh? Get something in your head and it sounded really cool, and then I lost it. My little piece of paper is stuck right in there. Usually it'll flick right out, but there we go. Get that off there. Put this one at a little bit of an angle like that. Boom. All right. So I think I might just go ahead and glue that one on there. Can probably even raise it more if you wanted. Add a couple different layers. A couple different layers of foam on there and bring it up even higher than the other ones. But for today, let's just go ahead and give it a quick glue. And then again, just like everything else, you don't have to cover it all. Just get a little glue on there and get it stuck to your project. There we go. That is a little bit harder to tell when you're holding it up on a camera, but that looks pretty good. All right, there we go. What do you guys all think? Bloom, baby, bloom. I know I'm waiting for all my flowers to come in and bloom. So here's to a beautiful spring, and I look forward to seeing you guys all some more. All right? Okay. Take care and keep crafting joyfully.